everybody. It's almost the end of March the 14th. Tomorrow is March 15th, which is for me about 2.5 hours from now. We all know from our freshman English classes about the Ides of March from Julius Caesar. That's tomorrow. How many of you remember from your freshman? For me, that was 1992. So for me, that was 32 years ago. 32 years ago, I was a freshman in high school. And we studied about Julius Caesar, and we read Shakespeare's Julius Caesar, and we talked about beware the Ides of March. Okay, so I knew that March 15th was a thing. But I had totally forgot about March 14th, International Pi Day. The symbol for pi, 3.14. Now, if you are a mathematician, perhaps you would know that. Well, I didn't even know that Pi Day was a thing until I came down here and I saw this on my desktop. I don't know if this happens for you all down here, and you see like a little slice of pie. There was a little slice of pie down there, and I clicked on it, and I thought, what's this slice of pie? Pi Day. Now, if you are a mathematician, you know that pi is 3.14. Okay, Pi Day is an annual celebration of the mathematical constant of pi. Pi Day is observed on March the 14th since 3, 1, and 4 are the first three significant figures of pi, and it was first celebrated in the United States. Let's see what Wikipedia has to say. I didn't even know this was a real holiday. It was first found, let's see. It was first celebrated in the United States 1988. I was 10 years old. I was 10 years old in 1988. An employee of the San Francisco Science Museum came up with Pi Day. What, there are other days? Okay, that's crazy. In 1988, the earliest known official or large-scale celebration of Pi Day was organized. Anyway, you get it. You know that pi is 3.14, and then it has, I don't know how many digits after that. Then it's called the never-ending number. But I didn't know that pi was like a special day. I do know this. I had a... Oh, he's kind of wild looking, isn't he? He's so wild. Pi Day. That's Larry Shaw, the organizer of the first Pi Day. So here is the actual, all the digits that follow pi. We write it out as 3.14, but look at all the numbers that come after it. The area of a circle, the circumference, pi r square, pi radius, pi r square. That reminds me, I had a math teacher. I remember this. I had a math teacher, I guess it was either middle school or high school. I had a math teacher. He was kind of robust. He was kind of a round gentleman. And he said that his favorite mathematical formula was pi. And he liked square pies because pi r square. He would always joke. He said he loves square pies. Not round pies, but square pies. And he would always say pi r square. And I've never forgotten that ever since. I just thought that was just the funniest thing. I didn't realize that San Francisco has made Pi Day a cultural holiday. I know that. It's an internationally recognized day. Well, I'm learning all kinds of things. But yes, I will never forget my math teacher who always said pi r square. I just thought that was just the greatest thing. Well, March the 14th is almost over with. In a few hours, it will be March the 15th. So let's go ahead and look at March the 15th while we're here. Yes, in just a few hours, it will be March the 15th. So now that Pi Day is almost over, what is the Ides of March? The Ides of March is the 74th day of the Roman calendar, corresponding to March the 15th. It was marked by several religious observations and was a deadline for settling debts in Rome. Okay, but sort of like April 15th is a tax day for, oh, isn't that interesting? If March the 15th was a deadline for settling debts in Rome, think about April 15th for us in taxes, and that's coming up. But, yes, Ides. The Romans did not number each day of a month from the first to the last day. What? Instead, they counted back. They counted back from 3 fixed points of the month. The known as, or knowns or known as, I'm not sure if it's nuns, known as, which is the 5th, 7th, or 8th days. 5th or 7th, 8 days before the Ides. The 13th for most months, but the 15th in March, May, July, and October. And the Cullings. That's crazy. This is really weird. Originally, the Ides was supposed to be determined by the full moon, reflecting the lunar origin of the Roman calendar. In the earliest calendar, the Ides of March would have been the first full moon of the new year. So, I didn't know that it had all of this, to tell you the truth. All this stuff. I didn't know that. But what I did know was the assassination of Caesar. I did know that. In modern times, the Ides of March is best known as the date on which Julius Caesar was assassinated in 44 BC. Caesar was stabbed to death at a meeting of the Senate, and as many as 60 conspirators led by Brutus. You all remember that line, et tu, Brute, and you, Brutus, et tu, Brute? That's about the only Latin I know. Led by Brutus and Cassius were involved. The soothsayer had said, beware the Ides of March. Anyway, I'm just showing what I remember from my freshman 1992 English class. So today was Pi Day, and tomorrow is the Ides of March. Now, don't you feel smarter for all of this? I feel like I'm smarter. I hope you are too. So, beware the Ides of March.